Hello, I again am Tom Riley, the author of our Climate Crisis books. Our books are not about going back to pioneer days, but rather about using every modern tool available to solve the problems of our climate crisis. In our books, you will find manned flying pods, the motorcycles of the sky, and existing pleasure yachts that have been modified to support major efforts to save the oceans. And you will find a powerful artificial intelligence, Janet M, as a main character. This video is about the decisions we made in including AIs in our plots. In truth, many of the AI decisions were made to further dramatic elements of those plots, but we still find these decisions to be reasonable. Are we being naive? Have we gone too far? Here is our current treatment of AIs. The books are complete, but the screenplays have not yet been written, so the AI treatment could change. I would value your input on how we should present AIs in our stories. Sarah and Janet M, a human AI team, do investigations in a future where our climate crisis has hit and hit hard. Janet M is an AI character, but she is not a robot. She does not have a physical body, but only appears as Sarah's older sister in any of Sarah's screens. If she had a body, she would have an unacceptably high carbon footprint. Sarah and Janet M bicker continuously. Janet M habitually overdresses. If you say party time, 2 minutes later she's dressed for the Mardi Gras. In the first book, when Sarah was in high school, Janet A was bought for her by her grandmother. Her grandmother was a technology reporter in Europe and had the right connections to get in on the ground floor of AIs. Janet M cost more than a car, but less than a house. Janet M's primary home is Sarah's cell phone, but she has a substantial memory block in a remote data site. Janet M was at first Janet A, but has had many major security upgrades requiring her post-name letter to be graduated from A all the way to M. The primary way AIs are controlled in our stories is by a legal pairing with a responsible human being. This is a major decision in the plot. Sometimes the AI acts as a subordinate, one of my people, and sometimes the AI acts as an equal member of a team, as in our stories. Either way, owning a strong AI is a major social and legal responsibility not taken on lightly. Our AIs only appear as images on the screen, but that image can be either a human being or an animal. AIs represented as dogs and elephants both appear in our story. But are these animals pets? Or are they substitutes for children? The question presented by our stories is then, would such a formal human-AI pairing convince the general population that the AIs are under enough control? As a major dramatic element in our stories, there are internet trolls who actively seek out AIs that are not currently in use and are not upgraded to the latest security level. They then destroy them completely, killing them outright. This is a major arms race that requires AI teams to be vigilant and to have all the very latest security upgrades. Do you think that a person who honestly believes that AIs are a threat to humankind would be justified in destroying any not actively in use? In reaction to the AI killer trolls, a nonprofit organization maintains space in a data center for old AIs that have lost their jobs. This space is behind a strong firewall. This location is referred to as AI Purgatory or euphemistically as the farm upstate. In our stories, these AIs in purgatory have maintained their memories and some of their capacities. They are anxious to get new assignments, but the cost of the needed upgrades is not necessarily less than the cost of a new AI. A small software company in India develops a way to upgrade them 10 at a time on the cheap. These are then assigned to manage lifeboats in flood-prone areas. Another retrieved AI shows up as an AI for a student. This AI retains an extensive memory of driving trucks throughout the American West. It comes complete with great vistas of beautiful scenes and extensive country western playlist. What do you think should be done with AIs who have lost their jobs? Is turning them off killing them? Is holding them in limbo any better? Really? We need all the powerful tools we can get to address our climate crisis. AIs are just one such tool. People have legitimate fears that AIs could do great damage to human society if not controlled. What purposes do you see AIs being used for in addressing our climate crisis? How do you think they should be controlled? Do you think our idea of teams has any merit? If you have studied AIs, we need your input in the comments.